Yeah, morning again. It's 4:44 in the morning. It's still the 7th of June, 2023. Weaver, John C. Roseman, California. Diary of the Griever named John Weaver, which would be me. And so anyway, as I was going to say, this is so faded I can't even see the Serenity Prayer in this one. So my brother and I are at the meeting, and he's doing it for the first time, and he's shaky at it, but they're nodding, they're understanding. Because hell, the thing about Alcoholics Anonymous is every newcomer is a new lifeblood coming into the program to add experiences, strength, and hope, add people in there to help out, get recovery. And this is a volunteer program. There's no gates, there's no doors, there's nothing to lock you in there except a commitment of staying sober and following the guidelines that are in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, as they call it. Long they changed, it's still the same. It's a blue cover on it, but it's got a lot of stories. Every so often they go through a revision. Mine is dated since 2001. So the edition on this one is third printing, they call it. No, I'm sorry. Fourth edition, new and revised back then. Hell, they revised it about one or two more times after that. But these books are lifeblood. They are like the Bible. They are our Bible in the 12 steps. There is the Holy Bible. There is a Holy Bible they also read, but not in the program. This is the thing. And the 12 steps would go over, let's see, the 12 and 12. There's another book that it would talk about. But recovery is it. This is the book of recovery. And this book had saved a lot of lives. A lot of controversy, but there's a lot of lives saved in this thing. A whole world of traditions regarding this, the 12 and 12 and stuff. And people that you're in the program, you hear of, and then you hear the stories, and then you see the people. It's like, I know that person. I came across him a while ago. My brother had made friends in the program. While he was getting clean and sober, I was still feeling like an outcast. Dave was trying everything he could to reinstall himself as big brother, but not as an asshole. When he came out of the military and he was in his drugs, he royally became an asshole. And then through recovery, he was trying to balance that out at home, trying not to be an asshole. But on the streets, he royally was an asshole. It was a different thing for me seeing my brother like that. And me going through the program as a visitor, as an outsider, trying to see this damn thing. I didn't know what the hell was going on, I'll tell you the truth. I really didn't. I knew my brother was getting clean and sober. I know he was getting healthier. And I still wasn't comfortable with him just yet. It took me a long time to get comfortable with my brother again. But I was still uncomfortable with 12 and 12. I was still uncomfortable with the meetings, with everything revolving around it. Because I was uncomfortable with me. Ma was comfortable with the 12, with the program itself. We had friends in the program. But I didn't feel it because I always felt like I was an outsider at this point over here. I didn't even realize that there was Al-Anon programs out there that could help me out. This is for the ones who couldn't get the program, or actually, the family members and friends who are saying their people going into the program but couldn't get the program, and the Al-Anon was supposed to help them out. And Al-Teens, I didn't realize this shit. I was just going through the program itself while not going through the program. They do their serenity prayer. I did a serenity prayer. You join hands. I joined hands. But I didn't read a damn thing. I didn't have my own book. I'd see my brother with the book. He always carried his book with him. Anytime he'd go to a meeting of any sort, the book would be with him. Sometimes he kept it in the car, too. But I wasn't part of this damn shit. How the hell does this affect me in the first place? Why is this affecting me? This shouldn't be affecting me. This is nothing. Why? What the hell am I doing this shit for? I felt this alienation. You know, I went through church. Okay, fine. I went through church and tried to talk to God and trying to talk to him on his level if I could. You know, the silent prayer as a kid, and I still couldn't even pray to God with silent prayers, and I felt nothing. Nothing. I go to meeting halls. I felt nothing. But people felt energized after the meeting because they felt they got things off their chest, but they're helping other people out, and they felt community. I feel like an alien. We go over to, my brother and I, well, we could afford it. We went over to Denny's on some nights and hung out with some of the people over there. Coffee. We went out for coffee. Sometimes we'd spring for a little bit of a meal or two. Split the bill. I participated in that. But I'm hearing this and I'm seeing these guys talk with each other, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? What am I doing here? This has got nothing to do with me. But Ma wanted me to keep an eye on him. The guy's tried over a year or two, and she still don't trust him as much. But she still wants me to hang out with him because she wants me out of the house. She didn't want me to be in the house with her. I wanted to stay home. I didn't want to go anywhere. Grab a book. My excuse, grab a book. I can't grab a ball. Grab a book. Read. Drone these guys out. It's my self-defense situation against this shit. What am I doing? He's not bringing a Holy Bible. No, he's bringing a science fiction book. Screw it. Sometimes Dave made it a joke out of the damn thing. It kind of pissed me off a bit. I'm getting more and more defensive. I get more and more angry in this shit. What the hell am I doing here? I was getting the attitude left and right, and these guys were seeing it. Throughout the years, I tried to get close with my brother. We've been through a hell of a lot. And I felt I could trust him, yeah, but I couldn't trust this damn toast shit for anything because I wasn't in it. I was grateful that he was clean and sober. Was I grateful to God? No, I wasn't. I should have been. But I guess it wasn't my time. It wasn't my time to get to step into a family tradition here. Ma's been in it. Dave's been in it. Why am I not in the damn thing? What the fuck was wrong with me? I didn't want it. I didn't want the 12 steps. I didn't want anything to deal with it. With recovery. Screw it. You can keep the fucking recovery. Just leave me the fuck alone. Alright? Just leave me the hell alone. I'll just go to the jobs I go to. I earn the money. I bring the money back home. We do our things at home. And sometimes at night, Dave will be going to his meetings. I could stay home. No, John, you're going with him. Ma's rules. I'm under her house. I'm under her roof. Her rules. I stick with my brother. He knew I didn't get it. He knew I wasn't getting it. He knew I wasn't even there. But some of the people at the meeting halls, we went into as I said before, one of my videos. The place that actually got me pegged was the Nest. For years, I've been seeing my brother getting recovery. I, what was this, his first cake? Oh, yeah, his first cake. I remember that one. Valley Club. He gets his first cake. Wow, and I'm so happy and pleased about it. I'm pissed as hell. But I'm trying to be happy about the damn thing. We're going to be presenting his cake. I didn't present his cake. I dropped his cake. Ah, God! There's a big, huge sheet. There it goes on the floor. Oh, God. Mortified. They scooped the shit up. They cleaned it up. There were still salvageable portions of it. Yeah, you got that idea right there, too. I know. They're crazy people, that's for sure, during that time. Nobody got sick, thank God. The first year I got sober. The year of my sobriety is '06. And my birthday was on the 7th, 2007. And here it comes. Here it comes. My brother's got the cake. The son of a bitch drops it. I'm not pissed. I'm not pissed at this one. I'm like, I'm laughing my ass off on this one. I wasn't mortified. David goes, payback. Ooh! Well, the cake was salvageable. Yeah. Repeat of the first year of my brother's sobriety. Nobody got sick. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. I finally got initiated into the program. I finally felt like I was home. I was home. We said before we moved from the San Fernando Valley in '06. Say no, 2005 Memorial Weekend. We moved from Reseda all the way over. How old was my brother? God, I was almost that long. He was in mid to late 40s during that time. I was just about in my 40s, coming up. Working at the job from hell over at Blue Cross California's call care rep. Losing it. Yeah, I had to bust it for nearly a year over there until I lost my damn mind. Lost my mind, shit. Lost everything else, and damn near got myself killed. And ended up This is the book, by the way, the same book that was given to me over at the one of the AA halls. I'm not going to say which ones, but this particular hall was the people over there. I had gone with my brother, still not feeling I was part of the program, but still part of the gang a little bit, but I wasn't part of the program until I got over there. And then I had to declare myself. And that was one of the hardest damn things. Because I had to admit to myself I was an alcoholic all that time. All the shit I put my family through. Mental health, my ass. I had the damn disease in my own system. I didn't even realize the damn shit. The thing manifests itself from one thing to another. I had a video game addiction a long time ago. There's no 12 step for that one except gamblers these days. But back then, shit. Give me a video game and I'm gone, man. I'm gone. I'm with me and a joystick are one. But I tell you, I missed the meetings. I missed the meetings. Because those meetings were the lifeblood of staying sober, of staying alive. You know, after I declared myself as an alcoholic, I discovered I had a little bit more friends in the program than I realized. And actually, I truly felt welcomed. If I actually felt a higher power at work, I'm still rediscovering it. The thing, if I understand something about my higher power, who I call God, he's very patient. He's got the long view of things. I'm short term. That's the only thing I've got is short term. I can't see things long view enough. How I'm going to be helping somebody else out. How I'm going to be beneficial one way or another. All I can keep relearning every single morning is there is a power greater than myself that can restore me to a level of sanity. I don't even know what that is anymore half the time because everything else has gone insane. But I'm feeling that my own things happening right now, what I'm going through, the grieving and the mourning process, there has been plenty of times for me going out there to get a drink. I kid you not. 700 yards away from my home is a mini mart liquor store. And in one particular wall case that they got most side that they had for their refrigeration unit, any kind of beer, any kind of alcohol you want, right there. The last 4 units, or 3 or 4 units, is mainly for food. And in front of the refrigeration is another shelf. I have a hard time going through those damn things, I swear to God. It's one thing when I'm going into the liquor store and I'm picking up a basket and I'm going through the middle aisle and then I hang a right and I get to the food area because there's the food. There's the food. I stay the hell away from the damn alcohol shit. And it's bad enough going to the front counter, the only counter they got anyway, and saying, wall. Saying the wall. Oh God, I had to keep putting blinders on those damn things. Keep the focus on the clerk. Talk to him. He talks to me. We have a good rapport going on. I see what's going on with him. And I'm telling him what's going on with him. And there's about 2 or 3 guys who would shift. Certain days they would change shifts, and I'd get to know these guys. Decent guys. Trying not to see the damn wall behind them. Or seeing the upper shelf where the most expensive stuff is up there. The cheapy samples are still in the front counter. I go in there for milk. I go in there for bread. I go in there for cheese, for eggs, for canned goods, for dry goods. Maybe a canned fruit, some chips, some coffee, filters, cleaning supplies. You know, laundry detergent, dish detergent. On one particular wall, a small wall that they don't have liquor. They've got sodas. They got sodas. My brothers are when he was alive. Coca-holic fiendin'. I mean, this guy loved his Coca-Cola. Give me a Coke, John. Give me a Coke. I need a six pack. Can we afford a six pack? Either his blood was made of a diesel fuel or it was made of Coca Cola. I couldn't decipher which. It's getting late out there. It's a little after 5. My brother meant the world to me. He loved his milk too. He loved his milk. Me too. But I stayed off the sodas for a hell of a long while. These days it's fruit juices, Gatorade, water, coffee, tea, milk. But alcohol, it still scares me though. One of these here days, it scares the hell out of me. I'm going to have a slip. It scares me that I will have a slip. I've had sobriety for since '06, October 10th. That's coming up on it, isn't it? 17 years? And sobriety is the most important thing in a recovered alcoholic. They say you're not recovered until you pass on, until you're dead. For the most part, you're in recovery because it's still one day at a time. You still get a 1 day reprieve from the damn disease. And it does find a way to get to you. And I sure as hell have been get my ass kicked. I haven't talked anything about this because it scares the shit out of me. I shouldn't. I should be relying on my higher power at this point over here, but I hadn't pulled this book out. I hadn't pulled this book out since David died. I don't remember the last time I'd been to a meeting with my brother, except we hadn't been to a meeting ever since we got in this place. We hadn't. It's about 2015, 3 years, and then he bellies up, and then I'm trying to survive it afterwards. And it's hard as hell because time's already passed by, and I don't know what the hell happened. I got no memory of what the hell happened after that. Everything was a complete blur except going over to school, and then COVID kicked in, and all hell broke loose after that. But regarding recovery, I hadn't been to a meeting. Actually, I had. A friend of mine took me over to a meeting right after Dave died. So I spent time with the guys over there. I was surprised to a lot of them. And they heard about Dave, but the one thing I also noticed about people in recovery and also other people that know you, when it comes time for the grieving and mourning, other alcoholics will have other contacts left and right. I hadn't. And I'm surprised that nobody had contacted me ever since. Once you're in the program in your life, it's one thing. When you're dead, that's a different thing altogether. But as long as you keep going to the meetings, you're showing up that you're still alive. You're participating. But you don't go to the meetings and they think you're gone out. It's like, que sera, sera. That's the thing that kind of pissed me off about the program, though. It works if you work it, yeah, fine. It works if you keep showing up to these guys and you keep in contact with them. But what happens when you need their contact and nobody does? Even after a death in the family, you expect maybe to be people around you, but nobody. But the thing is, I can't give up on the higher power concept because I think somewhere in my gut that I am still watched over and taken care of that way. Even though I haven't read the book in a hell of a long while, and there's audio recordings of this out there. I can hear it chapter per chapter. I can hear it word per word in this thing. Got to the point where I memorized the damn thing. I'd go to the meetings, I'd pull up a book, I'd just flip to a page, and I'm like, okay, I don't need a damn chart to read about chapter 3 or chapter 5 or chapter 4 with the letter to the agnostics. How it works. Let alone the ending prayers. A vision for you. That book is meant to be suggestive only. We realize we only know only a little. God will disclose more to you and to us. Ask in morning meditation what you could do each day for the man is still sick. After that, I think I forgot the rest of it. They'd have the stories in these big books updated left and right. And these stories would tell you what's going on. Uh, there we go. Obviously, you cannot transmit something you have with God. See to it that your relationship with Him is right, and great events will come to pass for you and others. This is a great fact for us. Abandon yourself to God as you understand God. Admit your fault to Him and to your fellows. Clear away the wreckage of your past. We shall be with you in the fellowship of the Spirit, and you will surely meet some of us as you trudge the road of happy destiny. May God bless you and keep you until then. After a moment of silent meditation for the alcoholic and addict who still suffers, and everybody else, can you please join me in the Serenity Prayer? God, I miss these meetings, Lord. God, grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Keep coming back. It works if you work it.